President Donald Trump got up before dawn this morning to tweet that he was right about the Alabama election.
Democrat Doug Jones won the special election for the U.S. Senate by 1.5 percentage points. The traditional red state voted against Republican Roy Moore, who was dogged by allegations he behaved inappropriately with teenage girls when he was in his 30s. Moore, though, has yet to concede.
WCCO chief political reporter Pat Kessler joins us from the Capitol now. Pat, we're going to talk about the governor's pick in a second, but first, the president tweeting this morning that he was right.
Of course he was right.
He did say during the primary when he was campaigning for Strange that he thought Roy Moore would have a tough go in the general election.
Well, the president is trying to have it both ways, of course. The president did go for Luther Strange and then went both feet in for Roy Moore because of Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon leading the party down this path where an accused pedophile is running for the United States Senate. Many Republicans walked away from all of that. The president did not, in the last days of the campaign, actually endorsing him, directing the Republican National Committee to get in there and start supporting him. So there are some divisions in the Republican Party today. But for the president to say that is not exactly accurate. He might have felt that, but that's not how he acted. I will say this: the president last night,
Pat,
and I think
what choice did he have? Should he have? I guess
stay out of it.
Just stay out of it and say nothing.
Yeah, stay out of it.
Yeah,
in that case, you know, he could stay like a lot of other Republicans did, stay out of it. But I think the president was not capable of doing that. I will say that the president's initial tweet was, I thought, very gracious. He congratulated Doug Jones on the victory and said that we'll be working together and Republicans will be back in a couple of years. That's the kind of thing you expect from a president, and Donald Trump did that last night.
Pat, what do we know about the demographics of who actually went out to vote? Because one of the things we were talking about on the show yesterday was that the turnout rate in Alabama, usually about 25%. Are these Republicans who crossed over? Are these people who stayed home? Are these people who came out because they wanted to vote for or against someone?
Yeah, this is really interesting because Alabama's a red state, of course, and it hasn't voted Democrat in 25 years. So this is something that people are looking at very carefully now. We did see an increase in turnout among African Americans, among women, and also among young people, particularly in the counties around the Auburn University and the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. So you did see that coalition coming together. Who knows if, in fact, that will hold for another Democratic win. But Democrats think this is a blueprint for them to get back on their feet in the South, and it's another in a string of victories for Democrats. Not saying that they're going to hold on to this again. This is a Republican state, and I'd say the odds are in favor of it going Republican in 2 years.
Pat, Governor Dayton expected to announce Lieutenant Governor Tina Smith as the replacement for Al Franken. Is that what you're hearing? And does this put the heat on Senator Franken to get out soon?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're hearing. Tina Smith, from the very beginning, has been on a short list. On all these short lists, she's the one person who was all on there. She has the complete trust of the governor. And I think people underestimate her strength outside the metro area where her political base is. She's been traveling as lieutenant governor for the last 3 years to every small town in the state of Minnesota, knows all the mayors, knows all the county commissioners. So if she runs again in a year, she's going to have more strength than people believe.
Okay. Pat, thank you. And you're going to be back here with us after our show for that live announcement.